I am going to take you through a story of a bulging bump, where a 37 years old female presented with history of gradually progressive bump in the right eye from 1.5 months duration, with a history of trauma with vegetable cutter at 6 years of age, followed by the development of a white spot according to the history given by the patient, and a history of undergoing phacoemulsification with intraocular lens implantation 3 years back. On examination of the right eye, the best corrected visual acuity was 618 in 6, and slit lamp examination of the right eye revealed an adherent scar at 9 o'clock position extending horizontally and involving the visual axis, along with an iris cyst from 7 to 10 o'clock position, causing shifting and ovalization of the pupil nasally. The bottom slit lamp photograph shows an overview of the anterior chamber depth on slit examination. Specular showed a cell density of 1577 cells per millimeter square along with polymygiatism. Left eye examination was unremarkable. Anterior segment OCT showed a multilobulated iris cyst from 7 to 10 o'clock position. So the diagnosis of iris stromal cyst secondary to trauma was confirmed, and the surgical plan was aspiration of iris cyst with intracystic injection of absolute alcohol. This is an intra-op video showing an adherent scar with iris cyst from the temporal approach to encompass the maximum basal diameter of the cyst. 26 gauge needle was mounted on a tuberculin syringe, and a very careful selective entry was made from the limbus where the cyst was adherent to the endothelium with bevel up under constant microscopic visualization to avoid entry into the anterior chamber due to the possible risk of alcohol leakage into the aqueous. Keeping an eye at the site of these arrows help us in visualization of the cyst shrinkage better. Once the intracystic location of the needle is confirmed, the fluid is aspirated cautiously under constant visualization, and if we follow the location of the arrows, we notice that with the aspiration of fluid, the pupil becomes round and central. Once the entire cyst wall had collapsed, the needle was carefully withdrawn and countertraction was applied using a bud. An anterior chamber entry was made with a side port diagonally opposite to the location of the cyst, and viscoelastic was injected into the anterior chamber. A 30 gauge needle was mounted on a tri-way cannula, and taking care that the track remains the same from where the aspiration was performed, an absolute alcohol was injected intracystically. The alcohol remained inside the cyst cavity for 90 seconds for the sclerosis to occur, following which it was aspirated, and then the cyst cavity was washed with BSS. After a thorough wash of the cyst cavity with BSS, anterior chamber was also washed of the viscoelastic, following which the anterior chamber was formed with saline and then the side ports were hydrated and sutured. After checking the side ports for presence of any leak, the eye was patched with eye drops. At 3 weeks post-op, the uncorrected visual acuity was 618 and 8 and slit lamp examination revealed a regressed iris cyst with round and reacting pupil.